Imagine waking up tomorrow and discovering that everything you have ever experienced, your home, your memories, the people you love, the city you live in, was actually part of a perfectly designed environment created for you to experience as if it were real. Not fake in the sense of a dream, not an illusion like a magic trick, but something stranger, a reality that feels completely authentic, while something deeper exists behind it. This sounds like science fiction, and movies have explored the idea many times. In The Truman Show, a man lives his entire life inside a giant television set without realizing it. Everyone around him is an actor. In The Matrix, humans unknowingly live inside a computer simulation while machines run the real world somewhere else. These stories are entertaining, but they also touch a very uncomfortable question. What if something like that were actually possible? And more importantly, how would we even know? Humans have been suspicious about reality for a very long time. Long before computers existed, philosophers and thinkers were already wondering if the world we see is just a kind of surface layer. In ancient Indian philosophy, there is a concept called Maya, which suggests that the world we perceive might not be the ultimate reality. The Buddha spoke about awakening as if normal life were a kind of sleep we haven't noticed yet. The Greek philosopher Plato described humanity as people trapped in a cave watching shadows on a wall, believing those shadows were the whole world. Different cultures, different centuries, yet the same strange suspicion keeps appearing. Maybe reality is not exactly what it seems. Now jump to the present day, where something fascinating is happening. For the first time in history, humans themselves are beginning to build artificial worlds. Video games today create enormous digital environments where characters walk around, interact, and follow rules programmed into that world. Virtual reality can already convince your brain that you are standing somewhere completely different from where your body actually is. Artificial intelligence can generate images, voices, and even videos that look shockingly real. But the really interesting detail about these simulated worlds is how they are actually built. Your computer does not calculate everything at once. The system saves energy by calculating only what needs to exist right now. And here is where things start to get interesting. Our universe sometimes behaves in ways that feel a little bit like that idea. At the smallest levels of physics, particles do not always behave like objects. They behave more like possibilities until something interacts with them. The universe is already much stranger than our everyday intuition suggests. How do we actually know that the world around us is real? Almost everything comes through our senses, what we see, hear, and feel. But our senses can be fooled. We dream things that feel completely real until we wake up. One philosopher in the 1600s, René Descartes, realized that almost everything could be doubted. But there was one thing he could not doubt. His famous idea was, "I think, therefore I am." Even if the entire universe were an illusion, the experience of thinking would still prove a mind exists. Now consider how quickly technology has evolved. Today, the device in your pocket has millions of times more power than room-sized computers. If a civilization continues improving, it might eventually be able to simulate entire planets, ecosystems, maybe even whole universes. A philosopher named Nick Bostrom proposed the simulation hypothesis. If advanced civilizations run many simulations, there would be millions of simulated minds. Quick pause. If you enjoy exploring these ideas, consider subscribing to Obzera and giving this video a like. It really helps the channel reach more people. Why would anyone run such a simulation? One answer is curiosity. We already simulate climate systems, diseases, and galaxies to learn. Imagine a simulation designed to observe how intelligent species behave. Bills of lives could simply be data points helping answer those questions. Think about how scientific experiments work. When researchers study something, they usually try not to interfere. The point is to observe what happens naturally. If someone were running this simulation, interfering constantly would ruin the data. Instead, they might simply watch as the system evolves on its own. Even if the universe were a simulation, our experiences would still be real to us. Happiness would still feel like happiness. Pain would still feel like pain. The fact that reality might have another layer behind it would not erase the meaning we create within it. So here is the final question. Would knowledge of a simulation change your life? Would love matter less? Or would existence feel even more extraordinary? Maybe our universe is just one world inside many others. But if that's true, then this simulation is one of the most fascinating places. And every one of us is part of the story. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.